about this weird little section with the silver buttons. It's weird. It's automated. It's digital. But let's talk about it because it is, I have to confess, pretty cool. Even though you probably know I'm not that into the sequencing or the arpeggiator, this is a great implementation if you're going to have those things going on, and it's super fun and super immediate. So I'm going to dive right into it right now. Okay, let's say you want to record a sequence. As I recall, the sequencer is 100 notes. So you have a lot of notes you can record into the sequencer to come up with something interesting. So let's just, let's do something. To record, you press this bizarre load button. Okay, that's what I'm coming up with. Let's hear how it sounds. Wow, that turned out pretty cool. Okay, and that's all there is to it. Yeah, we've got that sequence, and now we can do anything we want to it. Keep in mind that this transpose button does not affect it. However, your range does. And you control the rate with the LFO rate. Switching to envelope allows you to use the envelope, control the amp, which affects the sequencer. The sequencer is triggering the envelope with every step, so you can tailor make the way that each step sounds. You can also use the LFO again to trigger the envelope, which has a different sound. And yeah. It's really fun, really immediate, and basically everything you do sounds good. So that's really cool. Shameful, but cool. It's kind of hard to stop doing it. I just like it so much. I want to make this into a song. But sequencers are bad and stay away from them. Okay, so next, let's talk about the excitement of the arpeggiator, which is labeled here arpeggio. Oh, before we move on to the arpeggio, I want to point out that you can create legato outcomes in the sequencer by holding down the button and choosing hold, which is legato, or holding down the button and choosing rest. You can insert rests into your sequence, which I did not do. I had no rests. But if you wanted to add rests to your sequence, you can come up with much more complex rhythms. I just went for the straight eighth note thing because I'm lazy. But yeah, you can do that with that. Okay, so the arpeggiator. First, you have down. I don't know how many note it is, but it's enough. We don't have an octave functionality, so if you want different octaves, you're going to have to provide them yourself. We have up and down. And we have up. Which is pretty cool. So that's the arpeggiator. Again, super simple. And again, the rhythm is controlled by the LFO rate. We have hold, so you can hold a note, do any crazy stuff you want to do with it. That's the crazy thing I chose to do. Etc. And last but not least, key transpose, which allows you to transpose this so you can play any key in whatever key you want. So right now we're playing in C. So if I hit key transpose, that's actually F. So you can play any chord you like in any key. So that's really convenient and helpful. Okay, this is the silver button section, and that is pretty much what it does. And I have to admit, although I tend to even sometimes decry automation, this sequencer is super immediate and super fun, just like Martin said it was. And you can really do a lot with it and have a great time with it. And I did, and I had a hard time stopping myself because even right now I want to hear it again. Oh, I pressed load instead of play. So I've ruined it like a fool. Okay, but maybe it's best for us all. The sequencer, arpeggiator, legato, and rest. Key transpose, hold, etc. All in this section and super convenient. And that is the SH-101. I do have to say, okay, I haven't talked about this particular model, which is not mine. It belongs to Foxtone Music, has this mod grip, which responds to whatever settings you have right here. It responds the same way. It is basically whatever the bender is set to, it's going to do that thing. And I know you're all very disappointed that I haven't donned this like a keytar, and there isn't a video of me jamming out. But yeah, so the grip just basically does that. And there is a button over here. There's a button here on the edge which activates the mod section. So that is also the modulation grip, which is cool. If you can find one that has one, that's awesome. All right, especially if you want to rock out the keytar look, which I'll be surprised if you do. Okay, the Roland SH-101.